I'm still boiling water, cooking my dinner. I'm not going to bother heating up the chicken. I'll just eat it cold. But I want my vegetables heated up though. I got a good fire going in there right now. I went over and I got some more kindling. I was over there getting kindling, way back over there. And when I was getting my kindling, Rocky came out of the camper, and he was pacing back and forth here. I could see him from over there where I was. It was way back over that way. But I could see him pacing back and forth, and I could hear him crying. You know, he was meowing and looking around and stuff. And so I yelled over to him anyway. I let him know that I was just over there and everything was okay. And then he went back into the camper. So I guess he was concerned about me anyway. He was. He's been really clingy lately. And I don't know if it kind of makes me a little paranoid, because I don't know if he figures there's something up. But, you know, animals know things, eh? I took kind of a bad turn the other day. And, well, I was years and years ago. I went into the hospital with shortness of breath and chest pains and everything. And a doctor in there who didn't know anything about me hooked me up to an EKG, and he informed me that I had a heart condition. But because there's an agenda to say that I'm mentally ill because I was used as a guinea pig in 1976, and they hung mental diagnoses on me in order to do that. They gave me LSD, they gave me haloperidol. They ultimately put me on a drug called Pimozide, or ORAP is another name for it. And I shouldn't have been on any of that stuff, you know, but I was 8 years old when they did that. And but they diagnosed me mentally ill in order to justify themselves back in 1976. And so McNeil Pharmaceutical was behind a lot of the experiments, if not all of them. It was a place in Toronto called the Clark Institute of Psychiatry, which has, since those days, there's been a lot of scandalous things have come out about that place. Anyway, I sometimes take kind of a bad turn where I get chest pains and I get shortness of breath and I get weak. Now back then, that doctor was a visiting doctor from Ottawa. When my regular doctor took over, he quashed any possibility of any more tests being ran on me. And in fact, there was a list of recommendations from that doctor, but it was never followed up on. So I was told once that I have a heart condition based on the EKG readings, but it was never followed up on. Anyway, like I say, that doctor didn't know who I was, and in those days they didn't have electronic records, so it wasn't that easy to find anything out. He didn't know he wasn't supposed to tell me that, you know. So, anyway, but since then I haven't had the strength that I had. I've been kind of weak going. I can't go to the hospital. I've already been told that because I'm not COVID mandate compliant, I'm not allowed to go to the hospital. And so, basically, and not that they'd help me anyway, you know, but the thing is, I wonder, kind of, given that that has happened and that I'm still feeling the effects of it even days later, I'm wondering, it kind of makes me paranoid a bit anyway, that Rocky's being that way, but maybe I'm making something out of nothing, that's all. He is a very loving cat, and he is kind of like that anyway, but I'm just noticing he's even more that way. Like, he really does. I can tell he's worried about something, and he's stressed about something. Then again, who knows, maybe there's a wild animal loose in the area that could do us harm, and he knows about it somehow, because they know things, you know, and I don't. Maybe he's aware that something's around here, and that's why he was concerned about me being away. I really don't know. Could be any number of things. He's a cat, so, you know, he perceives things and sees things differently than I would, and who knows, really. But he definitely is a bit stressed out lately. He's worried about something, and that does concern me, partially because I don't like for him to be worried about things. You know, I'd be concerned about that Rocky be worried about things. And partially because I'm wondering what he knows. Making me a little paranoid. Anyway, that's about it. But like I say, we're surviving. I'm screwing up the strength to get my chores done and everything. And I've been through this before, and I've always come through it. It takes a few days sometimes to come back from it. And I don't know why that happens, but I guess it has something to do with my heart. But I'm never probably going to have the answer to that question, so I just have learned to live with it, and it's all right. Everybody has things they have to live with, and that's just something I have to live with. Anyway, I do know that the drugs that they had me on, a lot of them are really hard on your heart. And I took a seizure when they had me on the haloperidol in there when I was 8 years old. I actually took a seizure, and it crippled me, and I ended up losing my ability to speak, and I lost my ability to know when I needed to use the toilet too. So I had to learn all that again after that happened. But anyway, like I say, it did affect my health, and when they did that, and that's how it goes. They did that to a lot of people back then, though. I'm not the only one. There was a lot of us that were used that way back in the old days, And it's one of the reasons I'm not too trusting of authority now, and why I'm not just going along and complying with everything, and not willing to get shot up with the booster shots and all the rest of the stuff that they want us to do. But anyway, that's about it. Other than that, we're doing pretty well. We have potatoes and carrots and chicken. And what more could you ask for? A nice fire in the stove. A big bucket full of wood. Some water boiling there to put in my hot water bottles for my bed. I think a man would be hard-pressed to ask for much more than that. Especially in this day and age with things being the way they are, So there's lots of people don't have anywhere near to what I have, and so, I gotta kind of look at it that way anyway. So that's it for now. Let's go in and see what Rocky's up to. I haven't actually come in to check on him since I was over there. There he is. Hiya, Rocky. Thank you for checking on me, but I'm okay. Yes, I am. My boy cares about me, I know that, my good boy, and I appreciate him for it too. Okay, I'm looking forward to spring so that I can clean this dump out. Come spring, I'm going to just pretty much empty that camper and give it a good scrubbing from top to bottom. And, yeah, anyway, that'll be soon. That'll be soon. It's coming. Anyway, look at that beautiful sky. I don't think I'm going to do any Tin Lion music videos today because I've been busy all day with this stove and I'm not really feeling up to it right now. But tomorrow's a new day, and who knows, maybe I'll get some done then. Alright, talk to you all later. Hope you're having a good evening, and bye for now.